Greetings, greetings, greetings. Alexa, volume low. How are we? How are you? How are we? We are here another day, and today is a very special day. I am welcoming you into the space, into this divine appointment. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. There's some magical things that are about to happen. It is time for me to reveal something beautiful. The beautiful thing that we're revealing is my book reveal. Yay! And the crowd goes wild. So yeah, we are here, and in this space and time, we are going to tap in and really see what this book has in store, okay? It has been a beautiful, beautiful day for me so far. And yeah, I'm just excited. I wanted to share this with someone. Welcome, welcome, welcome into the chat. I am doing my book reveal. I am an author. My name is Chantel Sierta Shakim. I am a soul guide. I'm a holistic self-care coach or self-care practitioner who really is looking to create a collective of individuals who are really ready to see the world change and to see how we can align ourselves to the things that are in store for us. As we're coming into this new year, it's a new opportunity to make it better than the day before, and also to come into the understanding of who it is and what it is that we have been sent to accomplish. So, without further ado, here's the package. Okay, so the package is here, and we are going to go right into it. I'm really trying to get this right here and make sure that everything is lined up accordingly as we tap in, because without further ado, it came today and I was so super excited, but I wanted to have an audience, you know? So even if it is an audience of one, welcome, welcome, Lady Wilson. I am doing my book review and opening my package of my book that has finally come, and it is here. Whoop, 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 whoop. I am an author and a holistic self-care coach, and I created this book, Aligned and Crowned. It is a masterpiece. It is a masterpiece that has been working with me for a long time. So welcome, welcome, welcome everyone as you come into the room, come into the space to celebrate this book reveal. Woo! Aligned and Crowned, the wheel within the wheel. This is my second book of the year. I just unpackaged it, so I wanted to be able to share it with my audience, because this is the pivotal work of my pivotal work for this year, is living out this book, right? And also, look at that. Oh my God, it is real. You see, it is real. I'm gonna read the back of it just because I haven't gotten to the inside yet, but super duper 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 excited to reveal my second book of the year. I wrote it last year and it just came today. As you see, it says it's a proof. So on the back it says, "Greetings, I am Chantel Sierta Shakim, an author, oracle messenger, spiritual teacher, soul guide, and holistic self-care practitioner. I am also a wellness consultant and travel guru." You're going to hear more about that as the year goes by. I love to travel. Travel is bomb.com medicine for your soul. Okay? So my passion is to assist individuals in finding purpose, pleasure, and peace in this limitless life experience by discovering the true self through practical spirituality and holistic medicine, along with living by the universal law. So this book here, look at it. Okay, it is here. I'm super excited. So I will read just a little bit of it as we go through book reveal. Give me some hearts. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, as an oracle messenger, as a soul guide, it's really important for me to see this thought become a thing. Okay, it took a lot of work. It took a lot of determination. It took a lot of tenacity. It took a lot of commitment. It took a lot of being open to what was being revealed so that I could put it into form. So I'm super excited about it. So this book is a collection of information that basically takes the chakras, or your aritus, your energy centers, your wheels of life, and brings them in alignment with cosmic law or the Hermetic principles. If you're familiar with the Hermetic principles, this book is going to expand that for you. It's going to expand it for you and align it to the way we use it in our everyday life to bring forth the reality we want to see. Because as we've talked about, we are the creators. We create our reality by our thoughts, by our emotions, and by the way we respond to the things around us. So the book is just basically, I guess, 12 chapters, 11 chapters, okay? The major number 11 chapters, and it goes through aligning the chakras with the Hermetic principles, and then it goes into your soul path archetypes. The soul path archetypes were something that I was divinely given to really showcase the energies and the energies of my ancestors that are actually working with me and through me in this lifetime. We all have them. So as we begin to pull back the layers as the lotus above, okay, we pull back the layers of our own life and we begin to connect the dots or connect the grid of the matrix to begin to walk out our purpose. So this is the insight that I've been given. So in this book, we break it down, and I say, I'm going to read the back again, the rest of the back. It says, divine truth seekers, you did not stumble here by chance. Your soul has guided you to this threshold because it is time. Time to remember the truth you buried beneath busyness, duty, and survival. Time to reclaim the power you once whispered to the stars in dreams you never spoke aloud. Time to rise not as someone new, but as the crowned version of you. Your true, authentic self, which has always been there. The call has come out across the ethers. It whispers to those who are ready to align to the divine order and stand in the fullness of their free will. That, oh goodness, I can't read that because the sign is across it, but I don't remember what it says, but this is why this book is in your hands. This is not light reading. It is a sacred initiation. Each page carries the energy transmission of your new beginnings. Each word invites you deeper into the remembrance of who you are. You will not only study principles here, you will embody them. You will become one with them in your breath, in your choices, and in your relationships as you align and serve. This book is here to hang you the mirror of remembrance so that you can see your crown gleaming on your head. You were crowned at birth. It is up to you to remember you are worthy of living the life of your dreams now. And this whole TikTok live thing for me is a part of me living my dreams out loud. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but each time it is getting easier. But this has been very challenging for me to be vulnerable, to come on to a live platform and speak my truth and be here for everyone in the world to see, and to just embrace who I am. As you see, I am wearing the crown. My first book was called Embracing the Queen Within, and that was a work based on my Sacred Woman rites of passage, and it was also based on the work and the challenges and the growth that I went through during that rites of passage. It also gave me the opportunity to really look at my life in review and see how each of the principles of sacred living helped me to become who I am today. And it's really helping me to come out of the box, right? Come out of the box. That's what we're calling forth, that everyone begins to come out of the box, begin to live their life out loud, begin to embrace the king, the queen within, and to truly show up as your authentic self. And the second part of that is living aligned and crowned, knowing that your will be done as you align to the truth of you. Okay? So the book, it is my reveal date. That's why it's here today. It was here today. I opened the package today, and I want to read just a couple of things out of the book, and then I will go into a oracle pool to just see what more is there for me as I enter into the soul path, into my soul path of embracing the queen within and living aligned and crowned. I hope this blesses your heart and blesses your soul and inspires you to take that next step, to do something that you've never done before, to really tap into your dreams, your visions, the things that you've always wanted to do but may have felt a resistance to do because of what someone else might think. So I'm going to read the intro. It says, "Soul of the divine and seeker of truth, you have found your way here not by chance, but by the great pull of destiny. This is your summons to remember who you are, to realign your steps with the will of life, and to take your rightful seat upon your throne. This is the seat of all creation, and it is found within you. You have been sent to experience the highest expression of life, which ultimately is found in your own will or free will. It is time to align with your purpose. Aligned and crowned, the will within the will within the wheel is not simply a self-care book. It is a rebirthing of the soul, a sacred remembrance. You are both the vessel and the crown, the creator and the creation, the spirit and the soul. Time to activate your will and align with the spirit of Christ consciousness, also known as universal consciousness, and it is within you. It guides you to your highest expression. This integration is the greater works. This journey is cyclic. You may begin at the root and rise to the crown, or enter where your soul calls. Wherever you begin, you will be asked to not just learn, but to embody and remember who you are. You are one with all. You are one with all there is. So this is the beginning. Doop, doop. I'm super, super duper excited. It goes through, I'm going to read the contents. It goes to the call from the Oracle Messenger, the review, the foundations of the wheel, the gifts of being aligned in crown, the promise of the crown, a call to remember, the introduction, and then it breaks down the wheels, which are aligned with your chakras. So this is the root of, and it aligns it with the Hermetic principle as well. So chapter 1 is the root of gender. Chapter 2 is the rhythm of the dance. Chapter 3 is the fire of cause and effect. The chapter 4 is the heart of polarity. Chapter 5 is the message of truth and vibration. Chapter 6 is I see correspondence. Chapter 7 is the crown of mentalism. And then it goes into the activation and alignment. So the activation and the alignment comes after you get all the messages of how you align the Hermetic principles with your chakras. And then it goes to the wheel of alignment, living aligned and crowned, and conscious conclusion. And then the final part of the book is very, very powerful, and I know everyone will be very blessed by the information there, which talks about meeting the archetypes. And meeting the archetypes are the 5 archetypes that come forth to work with you or to show you who you are and help guide you in your life experiences. So to find those archetypes, there is a quiz in the book. And let me see what page that is on. The quiz is on page 85. And it's page 85 right there is a quiz. And it's a very brief quiz. So it's like 6 questions. And as you answer the questions, you actually can find your archetype, okay? I'm having a little moment here. I brought my fan this time, y'all. Fan me. This is what a queen will do, as opposed to taking the tissue paper and blobbing your face, okay? Which is what I normally do. So I'm gonna just cool down just a little bit, okay? So the questions that are asked here is like, what do you feel called to do most in life? What's your greatest natural strength? How do people describe you? What spiritual tools or topics do you feel most connected to? What's your biggest challenge right now? If your soul had a playlist, the vibe would be what? And then that is the end of the questions. So each one has an A, B, C, D, or an E, and you can actually choose which one most applies. And then after that, you will be able to identify what soul path archetype is your most, the one that's mostly working with you. So for me, when I created this, mine actually went with 2 different archetypes. Goodness gracious. This is taking me to the next level, y'all. Okay, so mine ended up revealing that I was the Oracle Messenger. And so within that, there's some really beautiful pictures to accompany each archetype. So there are 5 archetypes, like I mentioned. The first one in the book is the Priestess of the Path. The second one is the Warrior of Light. The third one is the Dream Weaver. The fourth one is the Messenger. And the fifth one is the Oracle. Okay? So this book is really, really a very in-depth, deep book. It gives you journal prompts. It gives you spiritual rituals and practices. It offers a spiritual bath for each of the chakras that you can do to activate the essence of what you're trying to align. And it gives you preparation, it gives you ritual, it gives you everything you need. And it's a beautiful, beautiful manuscript. As I'm looking through it, this is the proof. So, you know, I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to put it out, because sometimes we get caught up in revising and looking for all the misspelled words or the things that don't look quite right. But I'm not all into perfection, okay? All I wanted to do was get it out. And boom, here it is. Here it is. And give me 1 minute. I'm going to show you the other book as well. Do I even have it up here? No, I don't. So never mind for the other book, but maybe tomorrow I'll show that. So Aligned and Crowned is now officially in print. I'm going to go through it tonight and look at each page and just read over it briefly, just to make sure it's halfway what I want it to be. I did proof it before I sent it to print, but you know, you always miss stuff. So I did self-printing through Amazon, which is beautiful. I mean, you know, we just want to get it out there. So if you are interested in this work, if it kind of got your attention and you thought, oh, that sounds pretty interesting, please check it out on Amazon.com. I'll approve it tonight, and it'll be available for purchase starting tomorrow, Monday, on a 5-day. Whoop! And as you guys know, if you've been following me, I am a Life Path 5. And Life Path 5s are all about freedom. They're all about just going with the flow, but definitely creating the flow as we go. So for me, being an Aries, to complete a book, not only one book, but 2, was just like stellar for me. But I do have a Virgo rising. So when I'm determined to do something and showing up in this professional way, Virgo leads the way, and it's all about structure, organization, completion. So as I've received the book, I want to dive into a quick card pull. As we know, I normally do 7 cards. We'll see what comes up for the energy for today, which is the 4th of January, 2025. I thank you all for showing up. I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate the love. I see each and every one of you. I am so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for your presence and your time. First card coming out is the Ace of Pentacles, okay? That's about foundation of your material wealth, or your material, the things you're producing in the material world, which this is the beginning. This is the beginning, all right? The second card is the Ace of Cups. And 2 aces, that means a lot of new beginnings, which this is all about. As we are in the new year, new beginnings. Ace of Cups. Cups is your emotions. Cups is the way that you navigate how you feel, you know, and how you show up. And so 2 aces mean a lot of new beginnings. What is it going to take? Strength. This is a major arcana card. Strength is what's going to be a pivotal part of this new beginning, okay? The strength to endure to the end. Because as you guys know, I said that I would be going live every day this year. So, woo! That's a challenge, but yet it's doable. And I really enjoy coming on here. So I thank you guys for showing up. And hopefully, as we continue to show up, next card is the Tower, another major arcana card. Tower cards can mean destruction, and it also can mean new beginnings, surprises, you know, which getting my book today was a huge surprise. The next one is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is, for me, I always say, believe in the impossible, believe in your dreams, because they are really attainable, okay? So that's 5 cards, and we'll do 2 more. and then we'll get the story and then go from there, okay? For this energy of today, the energy of today, okay? Okay, no more cards. One more card from this deck, which is Six of Cups. And I always look at this card and I say, this is learning from our past and growing through our experiences. And then the last card for 7 cards, we're going to go to those cards that I just pulled are from the Light Seers Tarot. The Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. Okay. And then the next deck that I'm pulling from is our soul's journey, because I'm all about that. I'm all about connecting with our soul purpose, connecting with our soul guides, connecting with our true authentic self, our higher self, which is the most divine connection to God and the God in us, because it has access to all that Christ consciousness has to offer. And we have to connect with it in an aligned way to get the things that we need in this life to reach our goals, reach our dreams. And it is The Soul's Journey by James Van Prague. Okay, so in this deck we're gonna get one key soul guide message. One card, just one card is all we want. One card. And I really enjoy pulling tarot, pulling cards, because it also helps me to tap into my intuition. And the card that came out is acceptance, okay? So I'm going to just take a few minutes and look at the cards, look at the pictures, look at what it's telling me, and then give a message. And then we'll go to the book as well to see what the author of the book really intended with the words and the messages. So, starting with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is all about being ready to receive all that is yours. It's a foundation. It's the first card in the wheel of the pentacles. You know, aces come first. So this is just beginning to put your roots in. Put your roots down to what it is you're creating. Put in the work so that you can receive the reward. Then we go to Ace of Cups. Really following your heart is what I always say this is about. When you follow your heart and you let your cup stay full, because it's in the beginning, keep your cup full and allow your heart to overflow with that which you desire. You know, allowing your heart to be that emotion that leads you to the things that you want. Oftentimes, you know, we get into areas where our heart is like not full, or we've given out so much that we feel empty, or that we feel that you know, we've poured out of our cup and now it's empty. So we have to begin to keep our cup full. And one thing that I also see in this is that when your cup is full, the overflow is what you offer others. Okay? Next is the Strength card. This is where you have to be in one world, but yet be in another. That's what I say. It takes strength. It takes compassion. It takes being the lion and the lamb. Again, that is an energy of the aggressor or the predator and the prey. You know, it's a duality, but it's all in one. As you see this lady, her face is symbolic of the lion and a human, but the lamb is also there. That's a huge shift. You know, major arcana cards mean that this is what is a pillar that you need to get to your next or your end destination. And in the space of being strong enough to carry your vision and keep your cup full and protect your heart, but yet still be able to pour out, you may come into opposition. You come into the tower moments. You may come into experiences where everything doesn't seem like it's going your way. Or the polarity of it, you may be able to experience some great surprises along the way, because the Tower again is about destruction and new beginnings. And this one, the Knight of Cups, is also about that heart energy, your emotions, and how you utilize them to achieve your dreams. And if you see this one, it has like a guy there with a unicorn in the background. So I said, what dreams may come? As we talked about Ace of Pentacles, meaning planting your seed or allowing the foundation of your dreams to begin. And what dreams may come? Everything you desire can come true. And you may need to work with everything that you've been through. You know, as you grow up in the life cycles, as you go through experiences in life, everything is there to teach you something. And it's also the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is all about learning from the past and taking all of the information, all of the insight, all of the wisdom that you have attained to do what you have been called to do, as you've planted your seed and been expecting to receive something in return. You have to know, you have to connect the experiences that you've had in the past. And then you can come into acceptance. And acceptance, this card says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So in some aspects, as we were talking about the wheel within the wheel, there are things that you cannot change. But those things that you cannot change normally don't apply to you and your own personal experience. The things that we cannot change is the way other people show up, the way life situations outside of us happen, and the way that other people respond to us. We can't change that, but we can change the way that we react or respond, because reaction is out of emotional chaos, but responding is with intellect and knowledge of, okay, control. I am in control of my own emotions. I am in control of my own experience. So I can accept that and move on. So we're going to read from the book really quick, starting from the bottom to the top, what the author said about these cards to give us more insight of where we're going, okay? As we live aligned and crowned. All right? Six of Cups. Six of Cups says, I am at peace with my past, and it has brought me to where I am meant to be. And as I hear those words, I'm reminded that, you know, we've all been through these tower moments at some point in our lives. The chaos, the destruction, the surprises, the unexpected magic. And those are the things of the past that have gotten us to this point. As I look at my life, I would have never imagined that I would be on social media doing this kind of work, right? But my soul thrives in this space. It feels good to feel good. And it feels good to embrace this inner child, I say. The inner child work about just showing up, being who I am, doing the things that I find fun, and being able to expand my experience by sharing it with others. So I, again, thank you each for being here. So, I am at peace with my past. It has brought me to where I am meant to be. And then we'll go into the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Again, that emotional energy. And it says, again, I am in touch with my emotions. And I say this is where dreams come true. The moment that you can be one with your emotions, where you can express them freely, where you can move through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Hey, that's where we want to be. Ashe, I am in touch with my emotions. We don't stuff things. We don't hold on to things. We allow things to come up and move through our chakras. You know, moving through our I am, to our I feel, to I can and I do, to our I love and I speak and I see and I know. And as we move through those move through those chakras, allowing our emotions to come up, be expressed, be seen, be witnessed, be held, we can move into the next phase of our journey. When we begin to hold on to things and not express our emotions, it puts us in a place of stagnation. It puts us in a space of dis-ease. It puts us in a space of not achieving our dreams. So that's when the tower shows up. If you're not in alignment with your emotional intelligence and your emotional well-being, you will experience some tower moments, and the tower moments of the lower vibration. So let's go and see what the tower says. The tower, again, is another major arcana card. So we have two of them moving from the tower coming up to strength, okay? So we will start with the tower. The tower says, and it is major arcana number 16. And it says, in chaos, I move toward the brightest light. See, y'all, I can't make this stuff up. I'm going to ring the bell. We moving on up, moving on up, moving on up, okay? So as we, in chaos, we don't want to stay in chaos. We want to move toward the brightest light. And moving toward the brightest light often involves facing our fears, doing the things that we never thought we would do, speaking our truth in love, you know, coming from our heart space, allowing our heart to be our navigation system in some sense, to bring us to logical understandings of our experiences and to what comes next. So as we go to what comes next, having the strength to endure, having the strength to endure it all. And it is major arcana number 8. So, ooh, I like that contrast. 8 to 16. So halfway there. All right. Major arcana number 8 says strength. I deliberately bring my consciousness, I deliberately bring my compassion and strength forward and use them for the good. And I said consciousness because we have to be consciously aware of where it is we are being weak and where it is we can pull on our own strength. Because again, like I mentioned before, no one is rooting for you. No one is going to show up for you. You have to show up for yourself, no matter what. You know, the world is doing its own thing, and you are a part of the world, and you can be a very impactful part if you choose to use your strengths and not lean on your weakness, to be the victor and not be the victim. So I deliberately bring my compassion and strength forward and use them for the good. And in that space, compassion is all about your heart space, right? Filling up your own cup, knowing that what's within you will be poured out and shown to you in your consciousness, in your now reality. So that is another part of the Hermetic principles. As within, so without. So it's very important for us to keep our cups full. It's very important for us to allow compassion to lead the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the rose. Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up. Thank you, everybody who is tuning in, because we're diving in. For those of you who've missed, we're going to circle back around to the surprise that I revealed at the beginning of the call of this live. But we will dive into now, how do we keep our cups full? Or what does the Ace of Pentacles represent for us? Okay, Ace of Cups, I'm sorry. It's the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups says, my heart is open and filled with love. And when I hear my heart is open and filled with love, as we're coming up from learning from our past and embracing our dreams and allowing the chaos and the surprises to come through, embracing the compassion and the strength. When we come to the Ace of Cups, our heart is open and it's full. So now this love that we have allows us to plant the seeds of our next step, which is getting our dream, having our dreams come true, and seeing the material representation of those things that we are trying to build, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles says, Ace of Pentacles. And Pentacles, again, is all about your material wealth, abundance, and the things you want to create. So Ace of Pentacles says, I plant my goals with intention, direct focus, and faith. And again, I'm having a little moment. So with direct focus and intention and faith. And I spoke about on one of these calls that faith and fear can't occupy the same space. And oftentimes our dreams are like not received, or we don't get to participate in our dreams or see our dreams come to pass because we don't have the faith. We are being kind of controlled by fear. And we have to get out of that space of fear and get into truly believing the dream, believing that what I desire, what's within me, will show up in my reality. I'm sorry, y'all, but these moments come through. So back to, for those of you who were not here in the beginning, I did a book reveal, and looky, here we are, my second book of the year, called Aligned and Crowned, The Wheel Within the Wheel. It is going to be available as of tomorrow on Instagram. Not on Instagram, on Amazon for your purchase. I want to invite you guys to come back and review this video in its entirety as we close it out for today. I will be posting it in my other YouTube platform called Circle of Sisters. Yes, that is great. I'm glad. I am so happy. I'm so happy that I got it and I put it into print. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for inspiring me just from being you, and to help me see what I can do, because once I did it once, I was like, boom, 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 I can do it again. So yes, the book is out. It's available. It will be available tomorrow as I put in the final approval for what it looks like. And I will also post this video in the Circle of Sister Table Talks on my YouTube channel, and I encourage you to show up here every day. If you see me pop up, please come into the space, give me some love, give me some encouragement. I am doing this every day up until the end of the year because I want to share this experience with my audience. I want to create a vibe tribe per se. We will be doing some retreats this year, one for my birthday coming up in March, and it will be on my platform. You can follow me on Instagram, Good Vibes Lounge, and Aries to Heart. You can also see me on Facebook in Good Vibes Lounge, LLC, and me, Chantel Sierra Shakim, or Chantel Dennis. So, hey, Gigi Mama, hey, how are you? Thank you for joining. I am about to close this out, but if you guys have any questions or concerns, please put them in the chat. I will tap in. If anybody wants me to pull a card for them, maybe asking a question based on your soul's journey, or even a pull for the Light Seers Tarot, I'm open for that. I'll give it a few more minutes If anybody wants to, let me know, let me know, let me know. I'm super happy for everybody who showed up and who gave me your time. It says, I don't even know. I don't know what that means. But either way, this has been another day of your soul sisters speaking out and fixing crayons in the process. So until next time, I'm sending you all so much peace, love, and good vibes. Until next time, peace.